Have you ever wondered why Moses, the greatest prophet in history, the one who spoke face to face with God, was denied entry into the promised land? Was it really just because he struck a rock in frustration? Or is there a deeper, more mysterious reason, one that reaches into the very soul of Israel and even into the blueprint of redemption itself? Most of us have heard that Moses was barred from entering the land because of the incident at Merivah, where he struck the rock instead of speaking to it. But in Deuteronomy 3:26 and 4:21, Moses gives us another reason, one far more profound. He says plainly, "The Lord was angry with me because of you people." He connects his exclusion not to his own failure, but to Israel's sin, especially the golden calf. This wasn't just about broken tablets. It was about a shattered spiritual potential that Israel failed to live up to. This is why Moses was not allowed to enter the land. The quote from the Torah says specifically, "And the Lord was angry with me because of you, and he swore that I should not cross the Jordan, and that I should not enter the good land." At Sinai, Israel stood on the edge of something miraculous. Had they remained faithful, they would have received not only the external Torah, Chokmah and Bina, but also the inner Torah, Da'at Elyon, the higher knowledge, the divine mind. In that state, Moses, who carried this supernal light, could have entered the land with them. The journey would have been complete. Redemption could have happened then. But the calf revealed something painful. The people weren't ready. They couldn't yet see the divine, hidden within the Torah. They couldn't recognize Moses and the Torah as the living mirror of God's name. This is why God says specifically to Israel after the golden calf incident, in Exodus 33:3, "I will not go up among you along the way into the land." This was not merely divine disappointment, it was a cosmic rupture. The indwelling presence that was meant to journey with Israel withdrew. And that very withdrawal plays out in Moses' fate. This verse was technically fulfilled in that Moses himself did not go among Israel into the promised land, and Moses here is the emissary and mirror of Hashem himself. How is this so? Here's the hidden gem. Moses, spelled with the Hebrew letters Mem, Shem, He, is the exact same as the term Hashem, which is the letters He, Shem, Mem, spelled backwards. This is no linguistic coincidence, it's a spiritual reality. It's the same gematria value of 345 as well. So Moses is the mirrored expression of the divine name within creation. He is the earthly vessel through which Hashem was meant to walk with Israel. So when God said, "I will not go among you," it wasn't just Hashem who stepped back. It was also Moses, the reflection of that name in human form, who did not enter. This is why Moses could not enter the land. It wasn't punishment. And it was prophecy. It was the word of Hashem himself. The people had rejected the inner connection between God and his human reflection, his emissary. So the mirror shattered. Hashem remained above. Moses stood outside the land, and Israel wandered forward without the fullness of divine Da'at among them. Let's remember from my previous videos that Da'at is the hidden Sephirot of divine knowledge, known by Kabbalists as the mind of Moses. Now this fracture isn't permanent. The prophets saw the repair. In Zechariah 14:9, it says, "On that day Hashem will be one and his name one." That's not just theology, that's the healing of the split between the infinite and his name, between the source and its mirrored expression in this world. The prophet Malachi in chapter 3 adds, "The master whom you seek will suddenly come to his sanctuary, the messenger of the covenant." That messenger is Moses, the embodiment of the covenant, the name returned to the sanctuary when the people are finally ready. When Mashiach consciousness awakens, when humanity becomes a true vessel for Da'at, divine knowing, then the sanctuary will open again. Then Moses will enter the land and the sanctuary forever. The one who could not walk into the land because of the people's unreadiness and propensity towards earthly knowledge will return with them, not just to lead, but to complete the entire journey. So Moses' exclusion wasn't the end of his story, it was the delayed beginning of his final mission, to return, to dwell, to unify the name. And when that day comes, we will say not just with our mouths, but with our being and our inner knowing, Hashem is one, and his name is one, and the name will no longer be backwards, as Moses at that time will be revealed as having come to the sanctuary. May it be so, and may it come speedily and in our own day. Thank you for watching. This has been a presentation of Avraham Emuna, The views expressed here are mine alone and are not meant to be an authoritative representation of any one religious tradition.